The status quo sucks, and voters are abandoning Joe Biden in droves. I wrote an article back in February saying how people who are ready to hit the self-destruct button on American government are turning to Trump. That is what the two-party system does. It just gives us two shitty choices, and opting for Trump to dismantle our system is a big mistake. A New York Times Siena College poll shows Trump pulling ahead of Biden in 5 out of 6 key swing states. The Times writes, nearly 70% of voters say that the country's political and economic systems need major changes, or even to be torn down entirely. Only a sliver of Mr. Biden supporters, just 13%, believe that the president would bring major changes in his second term, while even many of those who dislike Mr. Trump grudgingly acknowledge that he would shake up an unsatisfying status quo. That 70% figure really jumps off the page. Biden represents the status quo, and Trump represents a big old wrecking ball of a change agent. I described this phenomenon 3 months ago in my February 15th article on Fair Observer. Now it's being reflected in poll numbers. Not only did I call this, I described why this function of the two-party system is bound to blow up in the faces of Trump supporters. Voting for Trump is a clear case of handing the keys to the henhouse right over to the fox. Things have gotten so bad that people are ready to jump right into the waiting arms of the sociopathic, pro-corporate, public-hating Republican Party. You get Trump in the White House, and he'll be leading the charge right back to more heavy-handed corporate domination and authoritarianism. That's blowing the system up, but not in a way that's going to benefit the working class. Do you really think the Republicans are going to do anything to threaten the capitalist system when that is their favorite thing in the whole world? Imagine if at the beginning of Star Wars, when Princess Leia was caught by Darth Vader, she said, "Thank God you're here. The Empire's building a death ray that can blow up a planet, and I was just trying to get a Jedi to help me." If you think the Republican Party is going to do anything to help the working class, you're dreaming. This is why I've been advocating for a third-party solution for over a year. I wrote another article for Fair Observer about RFK Jr. in November. In that article, I described how it's absolutely possible for a third-party contender to win in a situation like this. It's fine if you disagree with me, but in a year like this, all bets are truly off. Yet I would not throw my weight behind RFK Jr. unless I had to. Personally, I prefer anyone to Biden or Trump, so I could see myself accepting RFK Jr. if he was on the ballot in enough states to win the Electoral College. Yeah, I said it. Beating Biden or Trump in a year like this is possible. It may not be likely, but it is not impossible. Don't say impossible when you really mean unlikely. There's a big difference. Because I don't know if you noticed, but people are feeling pretty righteously pissed at our government right now. Justifiably so. And neither the Democrats nor Republicans are offering the public anything. They are not offering workers anything. Here's an idea: a national right to work from home law. Give people an affirmative legal right to work from home if it's feasible. Now work from home is something that employers are itching to get rid of. It would honestly be such a small bone to throw the public. But they can't even dream up stuff like this. Why? Because banks would never allow it. Commercial real estate is in danger of collapse. WGN Chicago just did a story, 25% vacancy rates in the Loop. 16 Willis Towers of empty commercial real estate in the middle of downtown Chicago. A law like that would officially tank the commercial real estate market. I caught a few minutes of RFK Jr.'s live discussion on TikTok recently. The reason why I would prefer someone else? Israel. Here's a guy whose chief appeal is that he's not Trump or Biden, and yet he still can't manage to separate himself from the major parties on the genocide in Gaza. He made some nice sounds about using the Constitution to protect protesters' rights, but that, sir, is weak tea. If you want the youth vote, you've got to get where they are on this whole intentional starvation campaign happening in front of our eyes. Not negotiable. And why should people who don't want Trump or Biden settle for anything less than what they want? Our vote is our only leverage. Why vote for someone who shares the two-party view on maintaining permanent U.S. global domination by force? In other words, capitalism, imperialism, empire. There are candidates like Dr. Cornel West, right on Palestine, right on ending empire. Claudia de la Cruz is right on those issues as well. She's someone I haven't talked about enough. De la Cruz is much more aligned with what young people say they want. You want to send a message to the establishment? Reject the establishment. Reject capitalism. Help De La Cruz or West get on enough ballots to challenge the power structure. Don't vote for Trump or Biden. Dream bigger. Don't settle. Please give a like, follow, favorite, repost, and sign up for my free Substack, where you can get more detail in every post. Let's make them pay.